Hey there, it's Seth. I'm back with another video on this whole problem of you can't stop thinking while you're meditating. Now, I'll just say very quickly, if you're finding this video, there's some previous videos you might want to watch first, but if you've seen those already, then what we're going to do is jump right into another process that we can use to change our relationship to thinking, which, as we've been talking about already, it manifests itself as a voice in your head. Imagine that the sound of your voice in your head was on the radio. Now, ideally, you just turn the radio off, right? But we can also modulate the volume, right? We can turn it up or down. So that's what we're going to do here. And in order to make this simple, we're going to replace that chattering voice by counting, okay? And we're going to count in the head, but we're going to go through different layers of volume to do this. And I'm going to show you now. So to begin, you're just present to what's there, following your breath, whatever you're doing, but maybe the voice in the head shows up, right? So then you replace the voice in your head by counting in your head. And I can't really demonstrate that for you, right? But you just begin to count. You can count to 10, you can count to 1,000, doesn't matter what you count to, but you replace the words by beginning to count. Now, as you're doing that, just notice if there's like a weird, subtle, almost physical sensation that comes as each number is pronounced in your mind, right? Just kind of feel that. And you could notice that if you count it a little slower, that sensation comes a little less often. I think you will find that there is some sensation. One reason you might feel something is when we imagine some kind of a movement, and here thinking is perhaps related to talking, it sometimes begins to activate the muscles. So you might just notice, like in your throat, where you would resonate, or in your mouth where you would pronounce the words, is something going on? Do you feel little sensations in the vocal apparatus somewhere as you pronounce each word in your head? The next step is to continue to count silently, but begin to make those movements. So you mouth the sounds of the numbers, right? But you're not actually pronouncing them. Okay, but that's a little more activity. It's a little more like charge to each number. We're going to turn up the volume again by beginning to make a sound that someone else would hear. It doesn't involve resonating the vocal cords, just the air. We're going to whisper 2, 3, 4, right? And then we're going to speak 5, 6, and then, and of course, each of these steps we're going to take time. I'm just laying it out for you. The last step, or the so-called loudest voice we're going to use, is a singing voice. So we're counting 5, 6, and then we might go 7, 8, 9, right? And then we go back down, 10, 11, and we go back down, 12, 13, and we go back down. Until we go back to the place where we're just saying the words in our head without moving the lips, without doing anything else. And then when we get to whatever is our last number, we just think that's my last number, and we stop counting. Now, when we stop counting, thoughts may come back, but maybe there is a little pause there, right? And the thing you can do is you can repeat the process. You hear the thoughts, then you begin to silently count. Count by moving the lips, count by whispering, count by speaking, singing, and back down to speaking, whispering, silently counting and moving the lips, silently counting and not moving the lips, and once again, just being completely silent. But we're moving through these different layers, right? Once again. Just help you to get a sense that that voice in my head, those thoughts, they're a sound. And I can modulate this sound in different ways. Okay, so now you have one more way that you can play around with this relationship this relationship to this sound of the voice in your head when you're in meditation, or for that matter, really any time that you find that that voice in your head is just talking to you and you don't want to listen to it anymore. I'll be making more videos soon related to creative approaches to challenges in your meditation practice. So if you haven't done so already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so that you'll get the notifications when those new videos come out. And if you'd like to work with me directly, again, you can check out the link below this video to book a free call, and I'll look forward to talking to you. Okay, see you next time.